I'm asking for an inquiry on the House rules.
Mr. Speaker.
Do the House rules apply or not?
The gentlelady from New York has been
Mr. Speaker, is it not the purpose of your role to make sure that the rules of the House are incorporated into our discussions?
The gentleman from Kansas.
Mr. Speaker, parliamentary inquiry.
The gentleman from Kansas has a parliamentary inquiry.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I have a parliamentary inquiry.
State his parliamentary inquiry.
Mr. Speaker, let me, in order to keep the American public informed, let me restate this so that you can understand. Is it true that if the actions to overcome the Cornhusker Compromise, Louisiana Purchase, and those special provisions that have been designated in the Senate bill are changed, as was assured by the chairwoman of the Rules Committee, then would not that bill have to go back to the Senate for further action?
Not interpret of the pending resolution. The gentleman from California.
Further inquiry, Mr. Speaker, or
from Kansas.
Mr. Speaker, I'm asking a question that if a bill is changed, does it not have to go back to the other body for further action? Because the gentlewoman from New York has assured the gentleman from California that his concerns about specific sections that were used to get specific votes is going to be changed by the manager's amendment. Would that not then change the underlying Senate bill, which would then have to go back to the other body for further action? Is that not true?
The chair will not interpret the meaning of the pending resolution as it is being debated by members in the present debate. The gentleman from California.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I'm a little confused then. Perhaps you could, in a parliamentary inquiry, explain to me that if a bill is changed, once it comes from the other body, does it not have to return to that body for further action? Mr. Speaker, parliamentary inquiry.
From Kansas.
Mr. Speaker, it was the assumption of the body here that all the earmarks that were contained in the Senate bill would be taken care of in the reconciliation bill. If it's true that they are not all taken consideration for, do the earmark rules then apply to the rest of the bill?
Restate his parliamentary inquiry.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I'd be glad to. It was the impression given the members and the people of the United States that the reconciliation bill would take care of all the earmarks in the Senate bill. However, we now know that there are earmarks in the Senate bill that are not being taken care of. So do not the House rules on earmarks apply to the remainder of the Senate bill?
The chair appreciates the understanding of members. With that said, the gentleman from California's time has expired. The gentlelady from New York is recognized.
I'm asking for an inquiry on the House rules.
Mr. Speaker.
Do the House rules apply or not?
The gentlelady from New York has been recognized.
Mr. Speaker, is it not the purpose of your role to make sure that the rules of the House are incorporated into our discussions?
The gentleman from Kansas, the gentlelady from New York has been recognized. I will state that the rules are being applied. The point of order was made and was being debated. All time has expired.
Mr. Speaker, clarification of the point of order.
The question is, shall the House now consider the resolution?
Mr. Speaker, clarification on the point of order.
The gentleman from Kansas.
Is it my understanding that you said that the rules will apply to the Senate bill on earmarks that were not covered by the reconciliation bill?
From Kansas.
Parliamentary inquiry, Mr. Speaker.
State your parliamentary inquiry.
Is it true that in the course of comfortable debate that we not question another member's motives? Is it against the House rules to question another member's motives?
Every member and remarks should avoid personalities to other members.
Thank the chairman.
Gentleman from Kansas, Mr. Tiahrt.
Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent to revise and extend my remarks in opposition of this flawed health care bill.
Without objection.
Gentleman from